Did you know? When Nintendo was preparing to release Super Mario Bros., creator Shigeru Miyamoto wanted a professional manga artist to draw the game's box art. Time was running short, however, and Miyamoto had no choice but to draw it himself. While he knew exactly what Mario should look like, he hadn't done many sketches of Bowser and struggled to come up with a solid design for the villain. Miyamoto was a big fan of Toei Animation at the time, and based Bowser's design on the Ox King from the 1960 adaptation of Journey to the West. This explains Bowser's unusual appearance on the box art of the original Super Mario Bros. Character designer and animator Yoichi Kotabe was later hired to create new illustrations of the Mario cast, and when Kotabe came to draw Bowser, the Super Mario Bros. Cover art was all he had to go on. Takashi Tezuka, a game designer at Nintendo, later insisted that Bowser should be a turtle. This was due to Bowser's connection with the Koopa Troopa enemies. Through discussions with Nintendo staff, Kotabe eventually produced the final design of Bowser. When Miyamoto saw the finished product, he exclaimed, "Wow, I can really make Bowser look cool now." The new design was helpful when creating the 3D model for Bowser on Mario 64, as Kotabe already drew models in a sense. He would visualize characters in his mind's eye and draw them from various angles for other artists to reference. While trying to come up with a name for the character, the developers considered three possibilities: Koopa, Yuke, and Bibimbap, all of which are Japanese names for Korean dishes. In Japan, Bowser's full title is Daimao Koopa, which roughly translates as Great Demon King Koopa. While he's almost exclusively known as King Koopa in Japan, there were a few times the name Bowser was used in Japanese media. In Super Mario Sunshine, which featured English voice acting in all regions, Princess Peach refers to Bowser Jr. as Bowser's son. Additionally, in Mario Kart Wii, the bike known as the Flame Runner in the English release was called the Super Bowser in Japan. Meanwhile, the instruction manual for the North American version of Super Mario Bros. Referred to Bowser as a Sorcerer King in addition to the King of Koopas. In the Italian dub of the Super Mario cartoon series, he was called Re Attila, presumably after Attila the Hun. There are many secrets relating to Bowser in Mario games. At the end of each world in Super Mario Bros., Mario has a showdown with what appears to be Bowser. However, if the player defeats any of the first 7 bosses using fireballs, their true identities are revealed. These villains are actually regular enemies disguised as Bowser. Bowser's Super Mario Bros. Sprite also holds an interesting secret. Character sprites on the original Nintendo generally use just 4 colors, 3 colors as well as a transparent color. Bowser, however, appears to use 4 full colors. The black used for his metal arm and wristbands is actually transparent, and the black background is filling in that space. If the game is hacked to place Bowser in a level with a background that isn't black, Bowser's arms are disconnected from his body. After defeating the manager of Smithy's factory in Super Mario RPG, Bowser composes a haiku that reads, "Like the moon over the day, my genius and brawn are lost on these fools." In the Japanese version of the game, this was completely different. Rather than a haiku, Bowser composes a free verse poem that reads, "Why does everyone say Mario, Mario? My heart is very sad." In the Japanese version of Super Mario Kart, both Peach and Bowser's victory screen show them drinking champagne. In the international release, this was changed to have Bowser holding the bottle and Peach throwing it in the air. Bowser's shell from Double Dash was planned to return in Mario Kart DS, but was cut for unknown reasons. Bowser's 7 underlings, the Koopalings, made their first appearance in Super Mario Bros. 3. However, they were nameless in the Japanese game. Giving them names was a task which fell to Nintendo of America product analyst Dave Brooks. In an interview with Kotaku, Brooks explained that he'd worked as a DJ for several years, and music was at the forefront of his mind while naming the kids. Ludwig von Koopa was named after classical composer Ludwig van Beethoven because of his hair. Roy was named after singer-songwriter Roy Orbison, who often wore glasses. Wendy O. Koopa and Iggy Koopa were named after rock singers Wendy O. Williams and Iggy Pop, respectively. Morton Koopa Jr. was named after the talk show host Morton Downey Jr. because he looked like a loudmouth. And Lemmy was named after Motorhead frontman Lemmy Kilmister because he had crazy eyes and seemed like a loose cannon. As for the final Koopaling, Brooks stated, "And then there was Larry. There's no real-world equivalent. He's not Larry Mullen Jr. from U2 or Larry King, he just looked like a Larry." Despite being initially introduced as Bowser's children, Nintendo has since contradicted this. In an interview with Game Informer, Miyamoto stated, "Our current story is that the 7 Koopalings are not Bowser's children. Bowser's only child is Bowser Jr., and we don't know who the mother was." Although not related to Bowser, the Koopalings were confirmed as siblings by the American website for New Super Mario Bros. U. Aside from his many appearances in the Mario series, Bowser has cameos or references in other games. The Super Nintendo port of SimCity included Bowser as a giant monster that shows up to wreak havoc on a player's city. Bayonetta 2 and the Wii U port of the original Bayonetta feature special costumes based on Princess Peach and Princess Daisy. Wearing these replaces Bayonetta's regular Wicked Weave attacks with punches and kicks from Bowser himself. In the 1998 game Gex Enter the Gecko, Gex references Bowser by name in one of his lines.
"I guess Bowser's on vacation?"
Although the game was released on both Nintendo 64 and PlayStation, the quote only seems to be present in the PlayStation version, as numerous lines had to be cut from the Nintendo 64 version in order to fit the game onto a cartridge. Bowser made an appearance alongside several other classic video game villains in the Disney movie Wreck-It Ralph. While Nintendo was open to the idea of having Bowser in the movie, they were also very specific about how he was depicted. When test footage was sent to Nintendo for review, one of their first comments was about the way Bowser drank his coffee. They also insisted Bowser must be taller than Zangief and M. Bison from Capcom's Street Fighter series. To date, Bowser has appeared in more than 100 different games. Although high, this number is less than half of how many games Mario has appeared in. That said, there's one game Bowser appeared in that Mario did not: New Super Luigi U. Since you're watching this video, you're probably into games and maybe movies too. If so, consider subscribing to Loot Crate. Loot Crate is a monthly subscription service that delivers a box of gaming and pop culture goodies to your door. The crates have a different theme each month, and all loot relates to that theme. December's Loot Crate theme is Revolution, and is packed with merch from Assassin's Creed, Mr. Robot, Firefly, and more. A subscription is less than $20 per month, and crates are guaranteed to have a value of $40 or more. Loot Crate is offering DidYouKnowGaming viewers 10% off your subscription. So if you like original gaming collectibles and want to support DidYouKnowGaming, head over to lootcrate.com/DYKG and enter the code DYKG for 10% off on any new subscription. You can get there by clicking the link below. Don't forget to subscribe to DidYouKnowGaming for more facts and trivia, and if you liked this video, give it a like. And yo, my name's Austin, I'm Eruption from Arcadia, and if you'd like, I did a video on Super Smash Bros. Clones, where I talk about games that take heavy inspiration from the Smash Bros. Franchise. Take it easy.